Most people don't realize this, but 5 common foods you might eat every single day are quietly strangling the blood flow to your legs. No warning signs. No immediate pain. Until suddenly, you're struggling to walk to your mailbox, your legs feel heavy as concrete, and simple tasks become exhausting ordeals. I want to share Margaret's story with you. At 67, she was active, gardening every morning, walking her golden retriever Max around the neighborhood. But over months, she noticed her legs getting tired faster, a strange tingling that wouldn't go away. Her doctor initially dismissed it as normal aging. But Margaret knew something was wrong. Her legs would cramp at night, keeping her awake. Walking upstairs became a challenge that left her breathless. What Margaret didn't know was that her daily breakfast routine, her favorite snacks, even her evening glass of wine were systematically choking off circulation to her legs, meal by meal, day by day. These foods don't just cause discomfort, they silently block your arteries, reduce oxygen to your muscles, and can lead to dangerous complications that change your life forever. But here's what gives me hope: you can reverse this damage starting today. We'll show you the 5 worst circulation killers hiding in your kitchen, and exactly what to eat instead to restore healthy blood flow to your legs. Your legs have carried you through life's journey. They deserve better than being slowly starved of the circulation they need to keep you moving, independent, and pain-free. Let's uncover these silent circulation destroyers before they steal your mobility. Most people don't realize your legs contain over 100,000 miles of blood vessels, an intricate highway system that delivers oxygen and nutrients to every muscle, every cell, every tissue that keeps you walking, standing, and living independently. When this system works perfectly, your legs feel strong, warm, and ready for anything. You can climb stairs without thinking twice, walk through the grocery store without stopping to rest, dance at your grandchild's wedding without worry. But when circulation slows down, when those tiny vessels start to narrow and clog, everything changes. The first signs are subtle: a slight tingling in your toes, legs that feel cold even on warm days, or that strange heavy feeling after walking just a short distance. Then it progresses. Night cramps that jolt you awake. Swelling that makes your shoes feel too tight. Restless legs that won't let you find comfort. Wounds on your feet or ankles that heal slowly, or sometimes, don't heal at all. In severe cases, poor circulation can lead to varicose veins that bulge and ache, blood clots that pose serious risks, or even tissue damage that threatens your independence. Your circulation is literally your lifeline to mobility. Every heartbeat sends fresh, oxygen-rich blood down to your legs, and every healthy vessel ensures that blood reaches where it's needed most. But certain foods act like tiny saboteurs, gradually narrowing those vessels, thickening your blood, raising your blood pressure, and creating inflammation that damages the delicate lining of your arteries. The tragedy is that this damage happens silently, often over years, until one day you realize you can't do the things you used to do. The good news? Once you know which foods are causing the problem, you can start healing your circulation immediately. So which foods are the worst offenders? Let's dive into the 5 circulation killers that might be sitting in your kitchen right now. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old retired mechanic who loved his morning bacon and eggs, his lunchtime deli sandwich, and his weekend bratwurst. For years, these were his comfort foods, reminders of Sunday mornings with his late wife. But Robert started noticing his legs felt different. Walking from his car to the store entrance left him winded. His calves would cramp during his afternoon naps. His feet felt cold, even wearing thick socks. What Robert didn't know was that processed meats like bacon, sausages, ham, and deli meats are loaded with 2 circulation killers: excessive sodium and unhealthy saturated fats. Here's what happens inside your body when you eat processed meats regularly. The massive amount of sodium, often 600 to 1,200 milligrams per serving, causes your blood vessels to tighten and constrict. Think of a garden hose being squeezed. The water pressure builds up, but less water gets through. This increased pressure forces your heart to work harder, pumping blood through narrowed vessels. Over time, this constant high pressure damages the delicate inner walls of your arteries, especially the smaller vessels in your legs and feet. But sodium isn't the only problem. Processed meats are packed with saturated fats and trans fats that increase inflammation throughout your circulatory system. This inflammation makes your blood thicker, stickier, harder to pump through those already narrowed vessels. The preservatives in processed meats, particularly nitrates and nitrites, create compounds in your body that further damage blood vessel walls and reduce the production of nitric oxide, a crucial chemical that helps keep your blood vessels relaxed and open. For seniors, this combination is particularly dangerous because our circulation naturally becomes less efficient with age. Adding processed meats to the mix accelerates this decline dramatically. Robert's wake-up call came when he couldn't walk his usual route to the corner store without stopping 3 times to rest. His doctor explained that his daily processed meat habit had contributed to significant arterial narrowing in his legs. The solution? Robert gradually replaced his processed meats with lean, fresh proteins, grilled chicken breast, baked fish, and plant-based proteins. Within 6 weeks, he noticed his leg cramps diminishing. Within 3 months, he was walking farther than he had in years. Your legs don't have to accept this slow strangulation. Every processed meat meal is a choice, and choosing differently can start restoring your circulation today. Trans fats are artificial fats created when manufacturers pump hydrogen into liquid oils to make them solid and shelf-stable. They hide in margarine, packaged baked goods, frozen pizzas, crackers, and many fried foods, even some that claim to be healthy. Here's the devastating truth about what trans fats do to your circulation. They don't just clog your arteries, they actively damage the cellular structure of your blood vessel walls. Think of your arteries as flexible rubber tubes. Trans fats make those tubes stiff, brittle, and prone to developing rough, jagged surfaces. These damaged surfaces become magnets for cholesterol, calcium, and other debris floating in your blood. Over time, this buildup creates plaques that narrow your arteries, particularly the smaller vessels that feed your leg muscles. But trans fats do something even worse. They increase inflammation throughout your entire circulatory system. This inflammation makes your blood more likely to form dangerous clots and reduces your body's ability to dissolve clots that do form. For your legs specifically, this combination is catastrophic. The arteries that supply your leg muscles are already working against gravity, pumping blood from your heart down to your feet and back up again. When trans fats damage and narrow these vessels, your leg muscles become starved for oxygen and nutrients. The result? Cramping, pain, weakness, and that heavy, tired feeling that makes every step an effort. In severe cases, trans fat damage can lead to peripheral artery disease, where blood flow becomes so restricted that even minor injuries won't heal properly. Eleanor's turning point came when she learned to read ingredient labels for partially hydrogenated oils, the code word for trans fats. She discovered that many of her daily foods contain these circulation killers. She replaced her margarine with small amounts of olive oil, swapped her store-bought muffins for homemade oat-based alternatives, and chose crackers made with simple, whole ingredients. The change didn't happen overnight, but within 2 months, Eleanor noticed she could complete her grocery shopping without leg pain. Her feet felt warmer at night, and that heavy, tired feeling in her legs began to fade. The FDA has recognized trans fats as so dangerous that they've banned most of them from food production, but many older products still contain them, and restaurants may still use partially hydrogenated oils. Your circulation doesn't have to suffer from these artificial fats. Reading labels and choosing whole, minimally processed foods can help your blood vessels start healing immediately. Here's the hidden truth about sugar and circulation. When you eat sugar, it rapidly enters your bloodstream, causing your blood glucose levels to spike. These sugar spikes are like sending acid through your delicate blood vessels, particularly the smallest capillaries that deliver oxygen to your leg muscles. High blood sugar makes your blood thicker and stickier, like syrup instead of water. This thick, sugary blood is much harder for your heart to pump through your circulatory system, especially to your extremities where circulation is already challenging. But the real damage happens at the cellular level. Excess sugar attaches to proteins in your blood vessel walls through a process called glycation. This creates harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, that make your blood vessel walls stiff and brittle. Over time, these damaged vessels lose their ability to expand and contract properly. They can't deliver adequate oxygen and nutrients to your leg muscles, and they can't efficiently remove waste products that build up during normal muscle activity. For seniors, this sugar damage is particularly devastating because it often leads to diabetic neuropathy, a condition where the nerves in your legs and feet become damaged due to poor circulation and high blood sugar levels. The symptoms progress gradually, starting with tingling and numbness, advancing to burning pain, weakness, and eventually, loss of sensation that makes walking dangerous because you can't feel obstacles or uneven surfaces. Dorothy's wake-up call came during a routine doctor visit when her blood sugar levels came back elevated, and her physician explained how her daily sugar intake was contributing to her leg symptoms. The solution required Dorothy to become a sugar detective. She learned that sugar hides in unexpected places: bread, pasta sauce, flavored yogurt, and even foods marketed as healthy, like granola bars and fruit juices. Dorothy began reading labels carefully, looking for hidden sugars under names like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, and dozens of other disguised names. She replaced her sweet breakfast treats with protein-rich eggs and vegetables, swapped her afternoon cookies for a handful of nuts, and flavored her evening tea with lemon instead of sweetener. The transformation was remarkable. Within a month, the tingling in her toes began to subside. After 3 months, she could feel the ground clearly beneath her feet again, and her daily walks became enjoyable rather than a struggle. Your blood vessels don't have to drown in sugar. Every meal is an opportunity to choose foods that nourish your circulation rather than damage it. Your legs are depending on these choices to maintain the blood flow they need to keep you active and independent. Here's what excess sodium does to your leg circulation. When you consume too much salt, your body desperately tries to dilute it by retaining water. This extra fluid increases the total volume of blood your heart must pump, raising your blood pressure significantly. But the problem goes deeper than just blood pressure. This excess fluid creates pressure inside your blood vessels, particularly the veins that must carry blood back up from your legs to your heart against the force of gravity. Think of your leg veins as a drainage system working uphill. When there's too much fluid in the system, that drainage becomes sluggish and inefficient. Blood begins to pool in your lower legs and feet, causing the swelling, heaviness, and discomfort that Harold experienced. This pooling blood puts tremendous pressure on the delicate valves in your leg veins, tiny one-way doors that prevent blood from flowing backward. Over time, excess sodium and the resulting fluid retention can damage or destroy these valves, leading to chronic venous insufficiency. When these valves fail, blood pools even more severely in your legs. This can lead to varicose veins, skin discoloration, slow-healing wounds, and in severe cases, dangerous blood clots. The hidden danger is that sodium lurks everywhere in processed and packaged foods. A single can of soup can contain 1,200 milligrams of sodium. A frozen dinner might have 1,800 milligrams. Even foods that don't taste particularly salty, like bread, cheese, and breakfast cereals, can be loaded with hidden sodium. Harold's turning point came when his doctor measured the swelling in his legs and explained how his high-sodium diet was contributing to his circulation problems. The solution required Harold to become a sodium detective. He learned to read nutrition labels carefully, aiming for foods with less than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving. He discovered that fresh foods naturally contain very little sodium, while processed foods are sodium bombs designed for long shelf life, not human health. Harold began preparing simple, fresh meals. Instead of canned soups, he made broth with fresh vegetables and herbs. Instead of frozen dinners, he grilled chicken breast with steamed vegetables. Instead of pickles and processed snacks, he chose fresh fruits and unsalted nuts. He also learned to flavor his food with herbs and spices instead of salt, discovering that garlic, rosemary, turmeric, and black pepper could make his meals more flavorful than salt ever did. The results were dramatic. Within 2 weeks, the swelling in Harold's legs began to subside. After a month, his shoes fit comfortably throughout the day. After 3 months, that heavy, tired feeling in his legs was largely gone, and he felt energetic enough to take evening walks around his neighborhood. Your leg veins don't have to struggle against an ocean of excess fluid. Here's the truth about alcohol and circulation. When you drink alcohol, it acts as a vasodilator, initially causing your blood vessels to widen. This might seem beneficial, but the effect is temporary and followed by a rebound constriction that's actually worse for circulation. Regular alcohol consumption also damages the endothelium, the smooth inner lining of your blood vessels. This damage makes your arteries less flexible and more prone to developing fatty deposits and blood clots. But perhaps most importantly for leg circulation, alcohol is a powerful diuretic that dehydrates your body. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and more difficult to pump, especially uphill from your legs back to your heart. Alcohol also interferes with your body's ability to produce nitric oxide, a crucial chemical that keeps blood vessels relaxed and open. Without adequate nitric oxide, your blood vessels, particularly the smaller ones in your legs, tend to constrict and restrict blood flow. For seniors, alcohol poses additional circulation risks. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing alcohol, so even moderate amounts can have stronger effects. Alcohol also interferes with the absorption of essential nutrients like B vitamins, folate, and magnesium that are crucial for healthy circulation. Regular alcohol consumption can contribute to high blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, and increased risk of blood clots, all of which directly impact circulation to your legs. Patricia's wake-up call came during a routine doctor visit when her physician noticed signs of poor circulation in her legs and asked detailed questions about her lifestyle, including her alcohol consumption. Her doctor explained that while occasional, truly moderate alcohol consumption might not be harmful for some people, daily alcohol intake, even in seemingly small amounts, could be contributing to her circulation problems. Patricia decided to experiment with reducing her alcohol intake. Instead of her nightly wine, she began drinking herbal teas, sparkling water with lemon, or simply water. On weekends, she limited herself to one drink with friends, rather than her previous pattern of multiple drinks. She also focused on staying better hydrated throughout the day, recognizing that proper hydration is crucial for healthy circulation. The changes were gradual but significant. Within 3 weeks, Patricia noticed her legs felt less restless at night, and she was sleeping more soundly. After 6 weeks, the weakness and unsteadiness in her legs began to improve. After 3 months, she realized she could climb stairs without feeling winded, and her daily activities no longer left her feeling dizzy or exhausted. Your circulation doesn't have to suffer from the dehydration and blood vessel damage that regular alcohol consumption causes. Every alcohol-free day is an opportunity for your blood vessels to heal and your circulation to improve. Me paint a picture of the people most vulnerable to circulation-destroying foods. If you recognize yourself in this description, please pay special attention to the solutions we'll discuss. First, age itself is a risk factor. After 60, your blood vessels naturally become less flexible, your heart doesn't pump quite as efficiently, and your circulation slows down. This normal aging process makes you more susceptible to damage from circulation-destroying foods. If you have diabetes or prediabetes, you're in a particularly vulnerable group. High blood sugar levels already damage your blood vessels, especially the tiny capillaries that feed your leg muscles and nerves. Adding circulation-destroying foods to this condition accelerates the damage dramatically. People with high blood pressure face double jeopardy. Your cardiovascular system is already under stress, and foods high in sodium, trans fats, and sugar make that stress significantly worse, particularly affecting the long journey blood must make from your heart down to your legs and back up again. If you spend long periods sitting, whether due to mobility issues, desk work, or simply preference for sedentary activities, your leg circulation is already compromised. Sitting for hours allows blood to pool in your lower legs, and adding circulation-destroying foods to this scenario creates a perfect storm for circulation problems. People taking certain medications, particularly blood thinners, blood pressure medications, or diabetes medications, may find that circulation-destroying foods interfere with their medication's effectiveness or create dangerous interactions. If you have a family history of heart disease, stroke, or circulation problems, your genetic predisposition combined with poor dietary choices can accelerate circulation damage beyond what either factor would cause alone. Smokers face exponentially higher risks because tobacco smoke damages blood vessel walls, making them more susceptible to additional damage from dietary choices. People who are overweight or obese have circulation systems that are already working harder to supply blood to a larger body mass. Adding circulation-destroying foods creates additional strain that can push circulation problems from manageable to severe. But here's what's particularly insidious about circulation-destroying foods: they often work slowly and silently. You might not notice the damage until it becomes severe enough to significantly impact your daily life. The combination of risk factors is what makes this particularly dangerous. A 65-year-old with diabetes who sits for long periods and eats processed foods daily faces exponentially higher risks than someone with just one of these factors. But here's the hopeful truth: regardless of your risk factors, changing your diet can start improving your circulation immediately. Now comes the hopeful part: the foods that can actually restore and improve circulation to your legs. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements, they're readily available, delicious options that can start healing your circulation immediately. Let's start with leafy green vegetables: spinach, kale, arugula, and Swiss chard. These powerhouse vegetables are rich in nitrates, natural compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, the same chemical that helps keep your blood vessels relaxed and open. When you eat a serving of spinach or kale, you're literally giving your blood vessels the raw materials they need to stay flexible and allow maximum blood flow. Studies show that people who eat leafy greens regularly have significantly better circulation and lower blood pressure. Beets deserve special mention because they're one of the richest sources of dietary nitrates available. Drinking beet juice or eating roasted beets can improve blood flow within hours. Many people notice that their legs feel lighter and less tired after adding beets to their regular diet. Pomegranates and pomegranate juice are circulation superstars. They're packed with antioxidants that protect blood vessel walls from damage and help repair existing damage. The compounds in pomegranates also help prevent blood from becoming too thick or sticky. Omega-3 rich fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring provide essential fatty acids that reduce inflammation throughout your circulatory system. Unlike the harmful fats in processed meats, omega-3 fats actually help keep your blood vessels healthy and flexible. If you don't eat fish, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds provide plant-based omega-3 fats that offer similar circulation benefits. Garlic is perhaps one of the most powerful circulation-supporting foods available. It contains compounds that help prevent blood clots, reduce inflammation, and keep blood vessels flexible. Adding fresh garlic to your daily meals can provide significant circulation benefits. Turmeric, the golden spice used in curry, contains curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that helps protect blood vessels and improve circulation. Adding turmeric to your cooking or drinking turmeric tea can provide ongoing circulation support. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits are rich in vitamin C and flavonoids that strengthen blood vessel walls and improve circulation. The vitamin C helps your body produce collagen, which is essential for healthy, flexible blood vessels. Dark berries, blueberries, blackberries, and cherries are packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage and improve blood flow. Ginger is another circulation-supporting superstar. It helps prevent blood from becoming too sticky and supports healthy blood flow throughout your body, including to your legs. I want to leave you with Martha's transformation story. At 73, Martha had given up hope that her leg problems would ever improve. She couldn't walk more than a block without pain, her legs swelled every afternoon, and she'd resigned herself to a sedentary lifestyle. But Martha decided to try one more approach. She committed to eliminating the 5 circulation-destroying foods we've discussed while adding circulation-supporting foods to every meal. The first week was challenging as she learned to read labels and plan new meals. But by the second week, she noticed her legs felt slightly less heavy. By the 4th week, the afternoon swelling had diminished noticeably. 3 months later, Martha walked 6 blocks to her local farmer's market, something she hadn't done in years. 6 months later, she was taking daily walks, gardening again, and feeling more energetic than she had in a decade. Martha's transformation didn't require expensive treatments or complicated medical procedures. She simply stopped poisoning her circulation with harmful foods and started nourishing it with healing foods. Your circulation doesn't have to accept the slow decline that poor food choices create. Every meal is an opportunity to choose foods that support healthy blood flow to your legs. The damage from circulation-destroying foods builds gradually over years, but the healing from circulation-supporting foods can begin within days. Your blood vessels have a remarkable ability to recover when you give them the right nutrition. Start with small changes that feel manageable. Replace one processed food with a fresh alternative this week. Add one circulation-supporting food to your daily routine. Read labels more carefully and choose foods with less sodium, less sugar, and fewer artificial ingredients. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime of experiences. They've walked you down wedding aisles, chased grandchildren through parks, and taken you on countless adventures. They deserve the circulation support that only proper nutrition can provide. The 5 circulation-destroying foods we've discussed, processed meats, trans fats, excess sugar, high-sodium foods, and alcohol, don't have to control your circulation destiny. The power to improve your leg health is literally in your next meal choice. Remember, you're not just eating for today, you're eating for your future mobility, your independence, and your quality of life in the years to come. If this information has opened your eyes to the connection between your food choices and your circulation, please share it with someone you care about. Your experience and knowledge could help someone else reclaim their mobility and independence. Follow us for more practical, science-based advice on maintaining your health and vitality as you age. Your circulation, your legs, and your future self will thank you for the choices you make starting today.